Yo, what's up? It's your boy Currency 365. Hope you guys are doing well. Legends never die, they stay in our hearts. If you want to support us, click the like button, subscribe to the channel, and also you can come down here and hit the join button under the video or in our channel section. And you can also join our Patreon, patreon.com/currency365. And we also have Cash App and also PayPal for support if you want to sow some seeds. Peace out. God bless. Enjoy the video and keep the movement going. Legends. Bye. All right, all right. Welcome back to Currency 365. Hope you guys are doing well. Let's put 10 minutes on the clock and let's talk about what's going on here with Bone. Bone has been added to Atomic Wallet. All right. So for you guys that don't know Atomic Wallet, I've used Atomic Wallet for a long time. Yes, they were hacked, yet, or somebody hacked Atomic Wallet, right? And was able to take some people's XRP and stuff like that. I think Cardano and XRP were the tokens of chosen, right? Of choosing for the hacker, and but it was only in it was like point. I don't even know what it was. 99.9% of the people were not affected. It was like 0.01%. So I don't know how that happened, what those people, certain people clicked on or to allow that to happen to them. I don't know. But majority of people were not affected, right? So anyways, so other than that, it's been basically okay for Atomic Wallet. I mean, we've had some problems, of course, and I've messaged them in the past a lot, right? For some things, upgrade this, upgrade that. The staking here doesn't look like it's working, or that's not. But that's the same thing with Coinbase and Binance and KuCoin and every other exchange, right? There's going to be growing pains as we are all coming up together in this crypto space, right? And learning on the fly, right? So but overall, it's been okay, right? So it's been okay, just like Exodus. There's problems there too. MetaMask, there's problems there too, right? So everywhere you go, there's problems, but overall, it's been okay, right? So all right, so we have Atomic Wallet, and they're saying Wolf Shibarium Bone is available on Atomic Wallet for 5 million plus users. All right, and it says Shibarium Net is Shiba Inu's layer 2 blockchain built for scalability, faster and cheaper transactions, and expanded development. Yeah. Okay, now Satoshi said that he had some big news coming soon. So waiting on to see what that is, right? So waiting to see what that is. It better be Sheena, right? Because we're tired of waiting, right? So I know Dan's probably thinking it better be Sheena, right? And it better be that Sheena Shib burn portal, right? Charity stake and burn, right? No, not the burn portal, but the charity stake and burn. That's what it's called, right? It better be that, right? And it better be that Shiba Inu is and Sheena are boyfriend and girlfriend, and they're going to be married in the metaverse once the launch of the metaverse, right? And I'm pretty sure that they're going to be launching the metaverse soon, right? Because that's where they're supposed to get married at inside the metaverse, right? So I don't know. Anyways, we'll see what it is. Also, the whole community is waiting on the auto burns. We're in June now, right? So we were supposed to that was supposed to launch in January, right? And so now here we are in June, right? They talked about it in October of last year. I don't think it takes that long to do that, but we're not here to bash them, so we're just gonna leave that alone. But you guys already know, it doesn't take that long to do an auto burn, right? So, but it is what it is. We're not gonna complain anymore. That's just what it is. We don't have it, and people are still asking about it, and they're unfortunately they don't have an answer for anybody, so it is what it is. We're just gonna let it go and see what they do in the future, right? So it is what it is right at this moment, right? So okay, so let's go over the tokens, you see Bone is down right now, almost 3% for the day, and last 7 days it's down 8%. Last month is up, actually still up 2% in the last month, almost 3% in the last month, and for the year it's down 14. It's just been a disappointment, right? We all know that. But that doesn't mean that in a switch of a finger, it can't explode back up to $1 and then head towards that $20-$25 because it can, right? And it can, and it can all start on Wednesday, right? With the big day on Wednesday, we got CPI, we have the Fed decision, and we have SEC, TFL, SEC settlement announcement that what the numbers are going to look like. That's all happening on Wednesday. So things can switch with a switch of a finger, and everything to the upside parabolically, and Bone could really take off and run. And we can blame the environment, we can blame the dev team, but the ship army could have easily sent Bone to the complete freaking moon if they had just purchased Bone and staked it. Right? If the ship army just purchases Bone and stake it and removes the rest of the tokens out of circulation, this thing after there's no tokens available, it's a supply shock, and this thing absolutely sends to $100 plus. I said that last year. I said all we have to do, the whole ship army just stakes, buys up Bone, buys $100 worth of Bone each, and just stake it. I mean, you're gonna create a supply shock on Bone, and Bone's gonna absolutely send, right? And they just didn't want to do it. They just didn't want to support Bone. Okay, you don't have to. We're not actually to support Bone. We're actually to buy Bone and lock it up so it can skyrocket. And then what you can do then when it skyrockets, and you get either take your rewards and buy more SHIB with it, right? Or you can then unlock your Bone because it doesn't take much to unlock it. I think it takes a couple hours to unstake your Bone and swap it for SHIB and get a whole bunch of SHIB, at $100 worth of Bone. I mean, um, but the ship army didn't want to do that. So okay, it is what it is, and so that's why we're stuck here. You know what I mean? And ship hadn't done nothing, Bone ain't done nothing. And most of the tokens haven't done much as well because we're not trying to create that supply shock. If we had created the supply shock for Bone, I think you would see Shiba Inu absolutely send, right. Okay, so here is Shiba Inu just staying afloat. You know what I mean? It's done a great job staying afloat. It's down 5% on the week, but up 4% on the month, and still up 247% on a year. So even though it's just what a big old bull flag it has here, right? So nice bull flag. The key levels here though. If it breaks this 2, it's going all the way back here to this 12. So you know what I mean. So we gotta be careful here, right, on Shiba Inu, because if Shiba Inu breaks this 2, right, and closes below it, it's gonna go all the way back to this 12, right. So you don't want SHIB to break this 2. You want it to break to the bull side and break this 3.5, 3.6 here, right, and then head towards all time high. Next level is gonna be towards that 5, and then all time highs, right. So and then this is all gonna happen on Wednesday, in my opinion. We're either gonna on Wednesday the CPI numbers are either gonna be better than expectations, and that it's gonna beat expectations, and inflation is down month to month, and markets go rip to the upside, right, and then the Feds come out and say, okay, we're gonna pause for June, but July we might actually do rate cuts. Then we're gonna see ship go completely nuts to the upside and head towards 88 all-time highs this week, right? It's going to absolutely send, right? Either this week or next week, right? So the next 2 weeks, but basically the next 20 days is going to be completely upside, in my opinion, if that happens. If this other scenario happens where CPI numbers miss and inflation is rising again, and then the Fed say we're going to pause, and then we're going to probably have to not do rate cuts this year and maybe extend it for next year, then we're probably Shiba Inu could easily, not easily, but it could break this 2 here and then absolutely crash all the way back down here to this 12. It's been holding nicely though, but if that news did happen that way, then it probably could break this 2. Okay, so we'll wait and see how that plays out, and that's going to be on Wednesday. So let's watch that, and I'll be trading on market. I'm going to have my accounts open, ready to go. If the news is bullish, we go long. If the news bearish, we go short. So hopefully you guys are going to be with me and on Patreon and then get on Margex first because 8:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, 5:30 a.m. Pacific Standard Time is when that CPI number is going to come out. Right now, Doquan TFL versus the SEC settlement amount might come out before that. So we don't, so that could move the markets as well. We're gonna wait on all that. We're gonna see how that plays out. Lunk Luna Classic, which is Lunk Luna 2.0 and USDC could be skyrocketing when the CPI numbers come out if their settlement is like 150 million to 250 million area there, and they don't have to pay 1 to 4 billion, right? So, and then especially if the settlement says that Doquan gag order is removed and he's free to go and he can go to Dubai, right? So he's free to go, right? So I don't know if that's going to say that or not, but if it's 150 to 250 million in the settlement, then that's a big win for TFL and Doquan, and you might see that thing absolutely explode on Wednesday morning if it comes out before the CPI number. So Wednesday is going to be historic. We'll see how this all plays out, and Shiba Inu will be on its way to all-time highs if the CPI numbers are lower than expectation. It come out lower than the Wall Street, right? And the beats and the Feds talk about a pause in June, but then a possible rate cut in July. Okay, we'll be on our way to all-time highs. All right, and then even higher than that. We're probably going to start. The markets are just going to go parabolic, right? So, let's talk about K9 Finance. Let's see here, K9 Finance. There it is. Let's look at this one next. See what's going on with that. All right. Okay. So it's up 5% today. I was looking for one of their spaces. I don't think they have done it. I'm not sure they've done a space in a while. I'm not sure. I don't know. Maybe they have or not. So K9 Finance. I'm not sure if you guys have done a space. I was looking for it online, but don't see anything. So, anyways, you guys are hanging in there. Down 30% in the last 7 days, but you guys are up 4% today. All right. And then let's check out Bad Idea AI. And it's only down 1%. This thing has been holding on, pretty well compared to everybody else. It did have a nice little dip there, but let's say 3%. But it did finally get a dip. It was holding up pretty well there, and then finally get a little bit of a dip there, like everybody else. But all right, so Bad Idea up 980% in a year. It's up more than Jasmine. So even though people have been complaining about Bad Idea, it's still up 980% for the year. For the last 12 months. That's more than Jasmine. So interesting that this is up this much and people are complaining about this one. And Jasmine is up only 700% compared to this one, and people are excited about Jasmine and have a better attitude with Jasmine. So that's interesting. This one is outperforming Jasmine on a year, but no one cares, you know. So that's interesting. So yeah, I guess it's the tale of two tales. I don't know. I don't know how to explain that. Sheila and then Sheena, right? And so here's Sheila, $8 today, not doing much. We don't know if it's a tree token or not. We're just gonna have to keep watching and waiting and see which one it is. And then we have Sheena, the one that everybody's waiting on, the charity stake and burn mechanism. We're at a $10 million market cap on this one. For some reason, we can't get out of this 10 to $20 million market cap area. But other things like hat, eight with hats and dog with hat can go to $1 billion market cap. But Sheena, for some reason, is stuck between a 10 to $20 million market cap. You know what I mean? Like things like MEW, in a cat's world, meow. You know what I mean? Like a cat in the dog's world can go to these big market caps. All these things that are just being created out of thin air, these Trump tokens, can go to big market caps. And yet, something like this that could be the girlfriend of Shiba Inu can't get past the $20 million market cap to save its life. So this just boggles my mind. Just boggles my mind. Anyways, it is what it is. 13% to the downside. Somebody's selling today. Okay. It's the same people that keep selling and selling because I'm not selling. Nobody else, no, a lot of people around me are not selling, right? It's the same people that are selling, right? The same people keep or they're selling, right? And so it's the same people. So and it's the people, and most of the time it's the people that are the ones that are telling you how great this stuff is, and yet on Twitter and all, and yet they're the ones selling over and over again, right? So unfortunately, that's what happens, and they'll create all types of things and liquidity pools and all that stuff, and they'll just then they will just be buying and selling, buying, and then while they're tweeting how great this thing is and how great it's the next thing up, and yet they're dumping every time they have a chance to. Unfortunately, that's just how it goes. They're allowed to do that. Not saying that they're not allowed to do that. It's not illegal to do it. It's just like, man, when are you gonna let this thing pump? They don't, when are you gonna let this thing breathe? You keep selling, what I mean? Every time it tries to run, there's a giveaway. You know what I mean? And it pulls right back down, right? Every time it wants to go, somebody's dumping a liquidity pool, right, or something that they created or something. So, anyways, it is what it is. Peace out. God bless. Hope you guys are doing well. I think I covered all of them. No, I didn't. Pause zone. I'm missing one. So, pause zone is the other one. There it is. And hope you guys are doing well. I'll talk to you guys in the next video. Pause zone is not, it's just been blah, right? So it's been blah, and but at least it's hanging in there. And there's the 300,000 again. Every video, 300,000 in volume. It's like currency's coming. Let's make sure we got 300,000. So it's been blah, but the bull cycle hasn't started yet in full force, right? And so we'll see how it plays out once we're in the bull cycle in full force and we're going into the climatic of the bull cycle, especially if Trump wins and then he removes Gary Gensler and stuff. That markets are going to go completely nuts, right, to the upside, especially if we have crypto mom in place of him and things like that. So we'll see what Paul Zone and Bad Idea and Shibarium and all these other tokens do in a climatic bull cycle. I think it's going to be epic. It's going to be fun. And we'll see what happens. Peace out. God bless. I'll see you guys next video. I went way over my time in 16 minutes. I was supposed to only do a 10-minute video, but it's okay. Peace out. Bye.